Howdy everybody, my name is Brockster, and today we're going to talk about something that really pisses me off. Listen, I'm not a person that's shy to expressing their opinions, right? I've expressed them a couple times over the past year and a half. I have opinions. I have strong opinions. There's things I love, and then there's things that I absolutely despise. And among the things that I absolutely despise, there's one thing that shines bright like a diamond above almost all of them, and that is the Scourge of medical TV shows. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna be the brave boy. I'm gonna rip the band-aid off. Medical TV shows suck. They suck. But unfortunately for me, and unfortunately for you, they are probably one of the most in-demand and most popular type of TV shows out there. But they shouldn't be, because they're terrible, and I'm going to tell you why they're terrible. Now, listen, I could go off on a tangent, start listing things that I hate about medical shows, but how about I just show you? How about I just give examples of things that are terrible about these TV shows? Even if you don't watch TV shows, I'm sure you could list probably 3 off the top of your head, and I'm sure at least one of them you could recognize as absolute trash. Let's go down the list. Starting off at number 1, and starting off real strong as a beginner, Grey's Anatomy. For some of you that don't know, Grey's Anatomy was a massive thing back in the day. When it first came out and when episodes started to be pumped out like fighter jets during World War II, people absolutely loved the show. And I don't. I hate it. It's bad. It's bad TV. And that's not without a lack of trying, alright? I tried to get into Grey's Anatomy. I watched season 1, I got real brave, got to season 2, season 3, and it's just not good. Because for a self-proclaimed medical show, there is not a lot of medical stuff. It probably has some of the dumbest plots I have ever seen in my entire life. It's just bad. It's all about sex and meaningless relationships and not a whole lot of medical. And let me tell you something, folks, I'm not here for the sex. I'm here for the medical. That's why I watch a medical show. But this is something that Grey's Anatomy time and time again they just don't understand. You know what really baffles me and really makes me upset? Do you know how many seasons of Grey's Anatomy there's been? 19. There have been 19 seasons of Grey's Anatomy, and it's gonna baffle you even more when I say this, so just hold on to your seats. They're making more. Why? Because I don't know. This is just a cow that they intend to suck dry in the milk. It's not even worth it. There's no likable characters on the show. There's nothing likable about the show. All right, but let's move past this. I think we've bashed on Grey's Anatomy enough, right, fellas and ladies? You might be thinking, oh, but that's just one TV show. You can't judge the entire medical genre off of one TV show. Yes, I can, first of all. And second of all, I've got more. Moving on to the next TV show, we've got Chicago Med, which is just... Now, to Chicago Med's credit, it's actually kind of enjoyable for the most part. They actually go into some medical stuff, which, you know, makes it shine bright above Grey's Anatomy. But the problem is, they follow the same trend of having the most unlikable characters in the world, and in the absence of unlikable characters, they turn good characters that we like and make them terrible. And the thing that makes this show extra special is they have the most unlikable character with no redeeming qualities, and a character that should have never been written in the first place. Dr. Manning. Now, I'm sure some of you've got TikTok, right? I'm sure that your page has been flooded with Chicago Med stuff, just like my stuff, and I'm sure you've seen a clip of this doctor and the thing this doctor chooses to do, such as break the law. Chicago Med is actually a show that I've watched for multiple seasons with my family, and so I'm well acquainted with a good majority of the characters, especially Dr. Manning. And so I've seen her make decision after decision and break law after law. Let's not forget the times that she tried to medicate people against their will when they specifically refused medication, or that time that she took an anorexic lady and tried to fill her to the brim with nutrients even though she is anorexic and she did not want them. Now, I know you might be thinking, oh, she's just trying to help out, trying to be a good person. Well, clearly, my friend, you do not know how doctors work. If you're gonna make a medical show, you could try to at least make it somewhat accurate. At least try to make it a little bit accurate, just a smidge, but they could not do it to save their lives. It's not the fact that she does these things, it's the fact that she then goes all high and mighty like, I know what I'm doing. I am the master doctor. I'm doing good, you're doing bad. We're doctors, we're supposed to save lives. No, what you're supposed to do is listen to your patient, and this doctor is just in one ear, out the other. I don't know if the writers of the show were trying to make the most unlikable character in the world. If they did, they certainly succeeded. But if they were trying to make a strong female character, then they failed miserably. I remember one specific scene, one specific episode where she medicated somebody against their will, nothing new to her. And then something miraculous happened. She got in trouble because I forget how the episode goes. Maybe the patient died, or maybe the patient got upset and started to sue. I don't remember the specific details. All I know is that she was on the verge of getting in trouble, and I got so giddy and excited. And then the love interest, of course, came in to say, no, it was me. I'm the one that put in the medication. Save her. It was me. I'll take the fall. And I was like, oh, this guy. Biggest simp of the world. And you think that's bad enough, but no, because later on she confronts him for taking the... She confronts him for taking the fall for her. And then she went on this tangent like, would you do this for any other doctor here? Would you do this to your male doctors? And it's like, who the f do you think you are? You should be on your knees thanking me for saving your job. I think they were trying to do like this woman power thing where she's like, I can take the punishment, and I don't need no male doctor to take the fall for me. But it just ended up being the most moment on the show. And that, my friend, is why she is the most dislikable doctor in Chicago Med, which is already one of the most dislikable shows in the medical universe. The medical cinematic universe. Oh, and let's not forget New Amsterdam. I completely forgot about this scene. This is why I wanted to make this video in the first place. Listen, I'm getting all of these clips from TikTok, from shows that I haven't watched, or shows that I did watch and have been completely blocked from my memory because I wanted to forget how bad the writing was. And then I saw this scene from a show that I didn't watch. New Amsterdam, another medical show. Another trash medical show. Now, I don't know the whole specific stuff this episode, I just know from what I saw. The New Amsterdam clip that I saw on TikTok goes a little something like this. There's this deaf doctor who wants to operate on a patient. The problem is, this patient signed a DNR. Now, for those of you who don't know, a DNR stands for Do Not Resuscitate. It's basically a legal document saying, hey, if something bad happens to me and I'm on the verge of death, don't touch me. I want to die. I'm okay with dying. That's what that legal paper does. It is a totally legit thing. It's a real life thing, and it's very grounded in reality. This doctor was not, because this doctor, despite that, kept saying that they wanted to operate and that they were saying like, I thought we became doctors to save lives. She didn't say that, of course, because she's deaf. So her and this other doctor got in this very heated argument, and then she started throwing her hands all over the place, getting in this really angry argument. And the clip, of course, ended with her going into the operating room anyways and being just really sassy. And again, I'm sure this was an idea that the administrators of this TV show had, where they thought that it was going to be like this, oh yes, woman power moment, fight the power, fight the power. You're going to go to jail is what's going to happen. You're going to get barred, you are going to lose your medical license, and you deserve every bit of it because you do not know how the legal system works. Do you know how hard it is to become a doctor? You got to do 4 years of school, and then you've got to do like 4 years on top of that. Wait, hold on, what is it? What's it like? I forget. It's like 10 years of school just to become a doctor. 10 to 14 years. You've got to graduate college, and then you've got to go to medical school. So that's like 4 years, and then you've got to do like a residency, which is like 2 more years after that. Yeah, sorry, yeah, 3 to 7 years of residency. So 10 to 14 years of knowing, you know, how to become a doctor, and yet the people in these shows turn around and do this. It's just so frustrating. Now, am I saying that all medical shows are horrible? No, not all of them, just most. But there are some that are actually good. The Good Doctor, I'd consider that a really good show because they focus mostly on the medical stuff. Do they have stupid plots and really bad characters? Of course. Why? Because TV administrators don't know what they're doing. But my overall favorite one is House. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why House? Isn't House the most dramatic and out-of-reality type of doctor show there is? Yes, but they embrace that. It is a ridiculous show, but they embrace that it's a ridiculous show. They have the most obscene and out-of-reality ways to do medical stuff, but then they approach it by approaching these really, in real life, type of zebra 1 in a million diseases. And when they're not solving these 1 in a million diseases, they're doing things that are outside the norm because the show, I at least hope, are a little bit aware on how stupid medical shows are. I mean, the main guy, House, drove his car into his boss's home. So you know where they set the bar. Scrubs, it's a comedy show, but again, it embraces, they know how ridiculous medical shows are. It's a silly, funny medical show, and they know how to approach it right. They know what they're doing, and I'm sure there's others out there. It's just, I just can't. And I'm sure there's others out there, but there's like as many medical shows out there as there are stars in the sky. And I do not want to subject myself to watching all of them. I genuinely believe that a lot of the problems in our society today are caused by the medical shows of yesterday. And it all started off with Grey's Anatomy. That's what I firmly believe. Ever since Grey's Anatomy was put out there, the world has been on a downward spiral. And I mean downward spiral. So what are we gonna do? Do we stop watching these medical shows? Yes, that would be the simplest one. Or maybe we could watch some in real life type of content. Because you wanna know something that's even more fascinating than drama medical shows? In real life medical shows. Like watch live medical shows or ambulance shows. There's this one ambulance show. I don't know it off the top of my head. I'll put it on the screen if I can find it. But that one was good. I see clips of it all over YouTube. It's fascinating. It's fascinating because it's in real life. And yes, they deal with some crazy stuff too, but the fact that it's in real life and not made up garbage with fake love plots, it makes it all that much more better. If this video is anything, it's a call for action. A call to stop watching these garbage medical shows. A call to go out and maybe make your own medical show. The people watching this video today are the future of tomorrow. If you have ideals of becoming some sort of TV show production kind of person, heed my words. You are the future. You and you alone are the only one that can save us from the disgusting scourge that is medical shows.